Welcome back. On Spectrum tonight, reports of intrigue and a raging succession battle within the FDC. What does this mean for the party? As it comes to terms with the results of the 2011 elections, we're hosting Dr. Kizza Besigye, president of the FDC and former party flag bearer in the 2011 elections for the IPC, the four-party strong inter-party cooperation. You'll be able to ask questions shortly. I'll read out the numbers when that time comes. Dr. Besigye, the country has come out of elections, a leader has been declared, the country is calm, and what next for FDC?
Well, first of all, as you know, we don't believe there was an election. We rejected the election in its entirety. We gave the reasons for rejection. We reject anybody who will purport to become our leader through those sham elections. We are going to protest against the outcome of these elections until they are nullified and until we have a fresh election conducted by an independent electoral commission with a credible voters register, without terror of the military and allied coercive elements. This is our work. It's cut out. We are going to pursue it.
What specific action are you going to do? Take adverts in the newspapers?
Well, that is what we shall keep on advising our people from time to time. But rest assured that the struggle is very firmly on. We made a very clear and deliberate decision that we shall not go back to the courts because these institutions of state have actually failed to deal with these matters. We have said that the people of Uganda must take it upon themselves, and certainly the people of Uganda are not happy. Museveni, who claims to have won with 70% of the vote, on the day of his being announced as winner with 70%, it was like there was a funeral in Uganda. Nobody even,
well, they knew the victory was coming.
Nobody even said holy, yeah. But I mean, you can cheat, but you can't hide. There is no way anybody who has won anywhere in the world, even with the slightest margin, can have a country as if it's in mourning. The people of Uganda are not happy with stealing their votes time and time again. And we are going to work with the people of Uganda to make sure that this stops. And it will stop. I have absolutely no doubt.
I'd like us to talk about what's happening inside of your party. You had a retreat the other day, but first of all, you placed a suit against the telephone companies. MTN is one of them. There are others. You're saying that they disorganized your Italia center. They jammed your ways.
Well, there were many companies that acted very unethically and in some cases criminally during these elections. We believe largely as a result of influences from the dictatorship. And we are going to pursue them, depending on the nature of the infringements they made on our processes. There are some whom we paid our cash to give us services, and they took the cash. They never, refunded it even out of simply good manners. They kept our cash, did not give us services, and have kept mum. Like UBC.
Right.
And others.
Which is a public broadcaster.
Yeah, but there are even many private radio stations which
we know about one in the west where a generator failed at the wrong time.
Not even generator, just the ones in Karamoja, the ones in which simply were told don't stop, don't do anything, and they complied.
Right.
They will have to pay heavily for all this. Now, on the question of what is happening in FDC, there is absolutely nothing happening in FDC that is unusual. First of all, dissenting voices, debates in political parties are perfectly normal and healthy. Any political organization where you don't hear these kinds of voices is dead. As somebody said, the only place there are no dissenting voices is the graveyard.
Yes.
We have internal systems and mechanisms that are robust. And that is why, in spite of every effort by the dictatorship to undermine our party, to cause divisions in our party, including this media campaign which has been sustained, have all come to nil. We've passed through, experiences where they said now FDC was going to break into two because we are going to have a primary election between Besigye and Edmond, and they were saying, they are going to fall out, and absolutely nothing happened because of our robust internal mechanisms for dealing with all kinds of views and opinions that indeed must arise in a political party. So the views that have been expressed by some of our leaders, unfortunately, I must say, in the public, before even we discussed them internally, I think it would have been good discipline and organizational discipline for these views, if you have them, to bring them in the fora which they belong to have them discussed, and later on to manage the whatever information, if there is need after discussion for public communication, it's perfectly all right. Then we can have a debate in the public arena. But that notwithstanding, there is absolutely no problem in FDC. Indeed, there was a retreat for 2 days to review all that went on in the election.
It wasn't disturbed by anyone?
Disturbed?
Well, it went on peacefully from start to finish.
Well, nobody could disturb it, and I think it does not threaten the dictatorship. It is only the dictatorship that would harass. We were in a room, an air-conditioned room, and maybe Kaihura did not hear about it or something, but there was no disturbance, certainly. I was not around on the first day. I only arrived on the second day and participated on the second day. But the whole, of course, engagement went on in a very lively and constructive way until the end, and we drew out conclusions, resolutions, and how we should proceed. And that is how we are going to proceed. So there is really absolutely no problem that I or anybody in FDC is really worried about. Regarding the succession discussions, again, our systems are very clear. We have a constitution that provides for how transition will happen. It's not a matter of guessing. I have said, I think, from this same speaker that I am serving my second and last term.
Yes.
And I have also informed you and the country that this last term would have actually been ending much later than it's going to. It was our own deliberate decision to shorten the first term so that we could build our internal capabilities. And so there is no sense of any uneasiness about anybody in FDC, hanging on to power, as some people think that maybe we are going to be like NRM, where the transition is talking about transition is treason. There is no such a thing. Everybody knows when Kizza Besigye will definitely not be a leader of FDC. And people are indeed rightly aspiring to replace me. That is perfectly healthy, normal, competition will take place, and our mechanisms will select or elect a leader that will take over the leadership of FDC. And FDC will continue in its strong, vibrant way.
Very briefly, I would like us to hear from the listeners. Two things. One, do you regret ever going into the IPC? Some people think it was a waste of time. Secondly, do you support the idea that you should have a leader from another place, since you come from the West? The next leader should go to the...
Well, regarding the IPC, I have absolutely no regret whatsoever. As I have told you, the stage of our struggle is a liberation struggle. It's not a competition of programs, of government programs, not at all.
Yes.
It's a liberation struggle. And as a liberation struggle, we shall, before the election or after the election, benefit by rallying all our forces together. We are under the same dictatorship, under the same repression. We must together get rid of the repression. That is the main thrust of this coming together. I have absolutely no regrets about being in the IPC. Of course, some of our members in the IPC acted in ways that were not helpful or that I was not amused with, but that is simply part of developments that happen in political processes, and I have absolutely no regret.
This is Spectrum. You can call in now. Our telephone numbers 0414-348-111, 0312.
There was a second part.
Well, yes. Do you believe that you should ration the leadership? You come from the West. The next one should come maybe from Karamoja.
No, of course, I don't believe that should be structured in any sense. Right. That you should put in the constitution that you will have a rotating leadership in the country. Right. No, I think that would be counterproductive. But nonetheless, I think it is only in practice natural that people want to all experience leadership in their. They want to see that they're included. They are included.
So you should rotate it.
And no, I'm saying it should not be structural, but it should be expected that it will happen. Every part of the country should have an equal expectation that their own can also be in the leadership of the party.
I was reading out the number 0312260390, 0791909909. Please be brief and straight to the point. Spectrum, hello.
Hello.
Yes, you're welcome, sir.
Yes, how are you, sir?
Very well. Your name?
My name is Akena. I'm calling from Kamocha. I just want to let Dr. Besigye know that his struggle will never be in vain. Unless we are praying to different gods, whatever these guys are doing is wrong, and whatever struggles have been put across will someday yield results. So let his supporters and anyone else who wish him good luck not this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Akena.
Spectrum, hello.
Yes,
hello.
Good evening, Edmond.
Good evening, your name?
Good evening, Carlo. I just want to say congratulations for all what you have gone through, and I wish you all the best. This is UB3 in Mukono.
UB3 in Mukono, we lost you just before you could tell us your point. Yes, your name?
Yes, good evening to you, Edmond.
Good evening, your name?
This is Christopher calling from Mozilla. I just want to thank Dr. Kizza